Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. It is Thursday, June 13th. Let's check in right away this morning on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, I think it's sounding like we're going to have to endure at least one more day of the heat.
Just one more, Jill, and then we have a big cool down on the way for this upcoming weekend. So if Dad's not a fan of the heat, well, Dad gets a special gift. You get nice weather for Father's Day. Temperatures right now are into the 40s and 50s. The sun is shining bright out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam, and it feels a little bit cooler out there this morning compared to what it felt like at this time yesterday morning. It's 48 in the Tri-Cities, 52 in Walla Walla, 48 in Dayton, 44 in Yakima. Look at Ellensburg coming in at 42, and we're down to 49 in Pendleton. Today, Pasco's last day of school, Pasco Public Schools, I should say. So enjoy the last day, kids, if today is your last. 58 degrees around drop-off, temperatures rising through the 70s, then around recess, middle 80s. So a warm afternoon, but that won't stop the kids from playing outside, I'm sure. Definitely let them have the sunscreen if they are going to be outdoors for an extended period of time, as the UV index is going to be on the high side. Big cool down on the way. We'll have more on that, and we'll also have more on a weather class that you can attend. That's tonight, coming up in a little bit. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. We begin with a new fire burning near the north end of Highway 240. This is in the National Wildlife Refuge known as the Hanford Reach Monument. The fire was reported around 11:30 yesterday morning, and our crews witnessed several planes and a helicopter dumping water on that fire. As of the last update from the National Interagency Fire Center, the fire has burned more than 570 acres and is about 50% contained. A follow-up now on a fire that started Monday in Benton City. Our crews returned to the scene and spoke with Benton County Fire District No. 2's chief. He says crews monitored the area yesterday to ensure no hot spots flared back up. He adds there were no injuries or fatalities, but some property was lost to the fire.
Multiple cars were lost. Unfortunately, 2 primary residences were lost and 2 garages, and then some other storage like container units, things like that. And approximately, I think it was right at 3 acres of, wildland grasses and stuff around the structures.
Chief Bates says the cause of the fire is still under investigation by the Benton County Sheriff's Office. We'll continue to keep you updated with the latest about this fire as we get more information. In crime news now, we're learning more about a drive-by shooting at a Yakima Park turned police chase that ended in multiple injury crashes. This happened on Sunday. Police say they terminated the pursuit after losing track of the suspect, and a minute later, 911 started getting calls about the crashes. Police say the new law easing pursuit restrictions didn't come into play because the danger the suspects posed to the public would have qualified for a pursuit even under previous laws. Police say they did eventually make contact with the driver of the victim vehicle.
Who did not wish to be a victim of any crime or claim to not know anything about the crime, although the vehicle did have bullet strikes into it indicating that it was the correct vehicle.
3 suspects have been arrested in connection with the shooting, but police say there's a 4th person who hasn't been identified and remains at large. We've been closely tracking efforts to build a new mental health and addiction recovery center here in the Tri-Cities. Our own Monique Ledesma got a look inside one of the buildings set to be a part of that treatment center.
This building might not look like much right now, but after years of work and careful planning, the Ben Franklin Recovery Coalition has a new look in mind for this old hospital. The coalition founder says to her, the need for the center in the community has a special place in her heart.
Well, to me, it is extremely important. I lost my son to substance use disorder or addiction, and I realized during our long journey of trying to find help that help is way too scarce.
They're planning on on a wide range of treatment options, including 23-hour crisis receiving facility, which is essentially a behavioral health emergency department. There's also going to be what's called a secure withdrawal management and stabilization facility, and more.
Involuntary or locked substance use disorder treatment facility and detox facility will be on site as well. Crisis services, inpatient psychiatric care and services, and then inpatient substance use disorder treatment, which is what people think of as a traditional sort of 28-day rehab.
As of right now, people who use the center will need to be 18 years old or older, but for adults, the center will be at open arms for anyone in need.
Well, it's going to be what we call a no wrong door facility. And that means that everyone will come in. You will not be told at the door, we'll look at your insurance and we'll call you back in 3 weeks, or anything like that. Everyone will come in and at least be assessed and given a short stay while a longer treatment plan is developed. No one will just be told, you're on your own, go to an AA meeting.
Right now, the center is in the design phase. Advocates are planning to start construction within the building late summer. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
The projected time for the center to be open is in 2025. Well, check this out. A furry situation outside a Walmart in Yakima this week. Yakima police officers were called out after an unwanted guest was found near the West Valley Walmart. This happened Monday night. Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife tranquilized the bear, and he's being taken to what YPD calls a more suitable location. Officers and Fish and Wildlife worked together to make sure it was a safe and humane arrest. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the idea of space tourism may sound alluring, but new research shows just how strenuous this type of travel can be on the human body. We'll tell you how a trip to space could affect your health when we come back.
How does the life you're living right now compare to the life you imagined?
GMA This Morning.
Living the dream, baby.
What's Travis Kelce want you to know?
Ooh, man.
He's got a lot going on, and this morning he's only on.
Good morning, America.
Grab your kilts and join the fun Saturday, June 15th at the Prosser Wine and Food Park for a day filled with Scottish flair and family-friendly festivities at the 2024 Prosser Scottish Fest. This annual event promises a vibrant celebration of all things Scottish, featuring everything from heavy athletics and clan gatherings to Celtic bands, Scottish cuisine, and Highland dance. Tickets are on sale now at prosserscottishfest.org. Get yours today.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Hard work, perseverance, courage. These are the attributes of a champion. A lifetime of success starts here at the Children's Developmental Center. Every child needs a champion. Support our mission of empowering families and improving children's lives. Join us for our fundraiser, Summer Cuisine at Terra Blanca, presented by Country Financial. Will you be one of our champions?
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
With the ever-increasing interest in space tourism, researchers are now looking into how space flight can affect the human body. Researchers looked at data on 4 volunteers who went to space and 64 NASA astronauts. They found space travel could increase the risk of such medical issues as bone loss, muscle atrophy, and kidney stones. It could even disrupt the immune system. Studies showed women seem better equipped to handle the stress of space flight. However, earlier studies suggest they have more of a risk of developing certain kinds of cancer from space radiation. The research was published Tuesday in the journal Nature Portfolio. A reminder to get those moles checked from one of the Jonas brothers. Kevin Jonas has revealed he had a basal cell carcinoma removed from his head. The 36-year-old musician took to social media showing the gauze covering his scar. He asked his fans to monitor their skin. The Skin Cancer Foundation commended Jonas for raising awareness about the disease. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're taking a look at severe weather across our country, starting in Florida, where torrential rains have caused life-threatening floods. And we'll be checking in on our local forecast. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert forecast when we come back.
Attention all steak lovers. Stop by Famous Steaks for our smoke and ribeye and shrimp combo for only $19.99. Juicy ribeye steak, fried shrimp, choice of 2 sides and a cornbread muffin for only $19.99 at Famous Steaks.
Welcome to Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Our state-of-the-art surgery center features Da Vinci and Mako robotics. We offer top-of-the-line imaging with the newest CT, MRI, and mammography scans. Whether you're here for a routine checkup, a complicated surgery, or to visit a loved one, we're here to help guide you through each and every door along your healthcare journey. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first. Always.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Wild Edition for $339 a month for 36 months, or purchase with $3.9 for 36 and get $2,000 wild bonus cash.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Walker's Furniture is celebrating comfort for the entire family with big savings on all leather reclining sofas, sectionals, and chairs, or maybe a better night's sleep on Serta and Beauty Rest mattress sets. As we celebrate comfort this week at Walker's.
Meet Apple Valley News Now viewer Ann Carlson of Hermiston.
We've really enjoyed your station. Apple Valley News Now has been able to cover some of the Hermiston events. Not a lot of spin on the news and good weather reporting.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
I like a long movie.
Oh, you love a 4-hour feature film. You sleep through the first 3.5 hours.
Next live, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from the movie Tuesday. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. We've been talking about this Skywarn spotter training class all week long. Just a last-minute reminder that the class is tonight. It's put on by the National Weather Service, our local office based out of Pendleton, Oregon. And this is a great class for anyone that's interested in weather, whether that's you, your spouse, or your child, because you will learn how to become a storm spotter, and you'll also learn how to distinguish different types of weather out there. And this training class starts at 6:30. It'll be held at the Benton County Emergency Services Building in Richland, and it's free to the public. It's about 2 hours long, but you have to sign up and register. And to do so, you need to go to their website, weather.gov/PDT. T. And I've been to a number of these Skywarn classes, and they are just great, very informative. So if that interests you and you're free this evening, you may want to take that class. Temperatures are in the 40s and 50s this morning. 48 in the Tri-Cities, 48 in Prosser, 45 in Hermiston, 52 in Walla Walla, and 44 degrees in Yakima. So you may need that light jacket before heading out this Thursday morning. We're going to heat up again this afternoon as high pressure builds in, so you won't need any sort of jacket later on today, but keep that jacket close by because I think you'll need it this weekend. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching this upper level disturbance, bringing that big dip in the jet stream to the Pacific Northwest. This is going to bring us more wind, and our cool down starts tomorrow, and the much cooler air will be in place this weekend, and it will be a windy start to the weekend as well with that upper level low pushing in. Today, the winds will be on the light side. It'll be another warm day, warmer than yesterday by about 5 degrees. 87 in the Tri-Cities, 84 Walla Walla, 84 in Pendleton, 87 in Hermiston, and Yakima should make it up to 85 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy. It won't be as cool as this morning, a little bit on the milder side, 54 in the Tri-Cities, 55 at Hanford, 51 in Prosser, and 53 degrees in Walla Walla. A wind advisory goes into effect at 8 o'clock tonight, lasting until tomorrow morning for the Kittitas Valley. So this includes Ellensburg for winds gusting as high as 40, 50 miles per hour. Keep that in mind if you're traveling in and around the Ellensburg area later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. Now, during the day tomorrow and even on Saturday, it's going to be windy everywhere. Breezy tomorrow, gusts up to 30, and then Saturday, the wind is going to be a little bit stronger area-wide, where we could see gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So a few windy days ahead. Tomorrow, temperatures will only climb to around 80 degrees, so we cool off a little bit tomorrow. 76 in Yakima, 77 in Toppenish, and 77 in Walla Walla. Look at your Father's Day forecast. Our average high for the Tri-Cities, 82 this time of year. We're only looking at highs in the middle 70s, 69 in Yakima, 70 degrees in Walla Walla. So if Dad is not a fan of the heat, we have a great forecast for Dad this weekend. And we keep those cooler weather days going into next week. We even see more clouds Monday, Tuesday, slight chance for a shower or two. Yakima 85 today, a little bit cooler tomorrow, and then look at that, upper 60s, lows in the lower 40s. So we have a couple of chilly mornings coming up as well. 84 in Walla Walla today, back down in the 70s. Then you can say goodbye to the 70s on Saturday, 69, around 70 Sunday. Hermiston 87, back down into the 70s starting tomorrow. Breezy, windy on Saturday, and cooler for Father's Day. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. Now to the extreme weather across the country. Some areas in South Florida have gotten months worth of rain in just hours, leading to a life-threatening flooding situation. Meanwhile, a new wildfire is forcing evacuations near Phoenix. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert with the details.
This morning, a state of emergency in Florida as life-threatening flash floods inundate the southern parts of the state. Tropical rainstorms unleashing more than a foot of rain in some areas. Hallandale Beach hit hard, more than 17 inches falling, 12 of those in just a few hours. One resident opting to kayak instead. Many in the area say they're still recovering from last year's storms. People seen evacuating this mobile home park, and they weren't alone.
And the humans aren't the only ones feeling the impact. Mario spotted that possum there, trying to get out of the water there.
The downpours creating a nightmare for travelers. More than 1,000 flights canceled or delayed at South Florida airports. The Florida Panthers, on their way to Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, delayed more than 3 hours. Parts of Interstate 95 shut down due to rain and flooding. Other streets completely inaccessible. Cars stalling out across the region.
You can't drive through this right now.
No, you can't drive. I mean, cars can't even get out.
Crews in Miami running more than 24 pumps to try and curb some of the flooding.
We're near downtown Miami where the water keeps on rising. Here it's almost up to my knees, but it only gets worse further down the street where all these cars are flooded. You can also see that school bus. This is not over yet.
Rain is expected to fall in the area through Saturday. Some areas could see up to 10 inches. Meanwhile, in the west, a new wildfire sparking evacuations in Wickenburg, Arizona, about an hour outside of Phoenix. Multiple structures burning as a major highway, US 60, was shut down in both directions. No word yet on what started the fire. Temperatures in Phoenix hit 111 yesterday. Part of that western heat wave brought record temperatures to Denver. The mercury hitting 109 degrees in Las Vegas. That extreme heat now making its way towards the East Coast. Temperatures are expected to reach into the 90s tomorrow in Atlanta, Raleigh, Durham, and Philadelphia. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And experts say climate change is causing extreme rainfall and heat events to become more frequent and more intense. And around the world, extreme heat is having an impact on tourism. One of Greece's most famous landmarks, the Acropolis, closed during the hottest time of the day yesterday. The site closed between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. as temperatures exceeded 104 degrees Fahrenheit. High temperatures look set to continue through today, according to the local forecast. And the closure of the Acropolis has become an annual trend as Europe breaks record temperatures year after year. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, two rivals in an epic battle of the stomachs. A live Netflix streaming event will see two hot dog eating champions face off in September. We'll be right back.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
This week, Walker's Furniture is celebrating comfort for the entire family by offering big discounts on everything that reclines, like comfortable new sectionals and leather reclining sofas and love seats. Or maybe a better night's sleep on a new Serta or Beauty Rest mattress set. Plus, Walker's is offering 5 years special financing, so you can add some comfortable new furniture to your home today and pay for it over time as we celebrate comfort and dads this week at Walker's.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Free flags, sweet treats, and more. Hi, I'm Stacy Lee with Apple Valley News Now's Great American Flag Giveaway. This Friday, starting at 11, come to Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, where the first 50 guests get a new, full-sized American flag.
At Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, our goal is to guide the community to live their best lives, even and especially through the end of life. Come learn about our programs and pick up an American flag at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Visit us June 14th from 11 to 1 at 1480 Fowler Street, Richland.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines this morning, one day after competitive eater Joey Chestnut was banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, Netflix announced a contest of its own. The live Netflix event will see Chestnut take on Takeru Kobayashi in a hot dog eating contest. It'll be called Chestnut vs. Kobayashi Unfinished Beef, and it will be streamed live on September 2nd. Chestnut is the world record holder, while Kobayashi popularized the sport in 2001. The last time the two faced off was at Nathan's hot dog eating contest in 2009. Chestnut went on to win by consuming 68 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Chestnut was banned from this year's Nathan's contest because he signed a deal with a rival plant food company. Legendary NBA player and executive Jerry West has died at the age of 86. The Los Angeles Clippers say he passed away Wednesday morning with his wife Karen by his side. West was one of the most famous players in the league, and it was his silhouette that became the inspiration for the NBA's logo, earning him the nickname The Logo, also known on the court as Mr. Clutch. West started his career with the Lakers in 1960 in Minneapolis, shortly before the team relocated to LA. During his 14-year career playing for the Lakers as a guard, he was a 14-time NBA All-Star, leading the franchise to 9 NBA Finals. West went on to coach the Lakers for 3 seasons before becoming a scout and then joining the front office. Under his leadership, the team added the superstar talents of Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant. West went on to other front office positions with the Grizzlies, Warriors, and the Clippers. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, construction can officially begin on Pasco's newest high school. The Pasco School District celebrating a groundbreaking for Orion High School. What makes this future school unique? Plus, Triumph Treatment Services in Yakima is expanding its intensive inpatient facility, Inspirations. We have the details coming up after the break.
You're gonna need a new bumper.
Did you say burger? Guac?
Santa Fe burger sauce. Burger. Jalapeno pepper. Burger. Cheese. Burger. Spicy cheese bacon. Guac. Cheese. Bacon.
Carl's Jr. El Diablo is back. Get a single for $5.99.
Hey, burger! Get burger.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Find gifts that say, I love your style on Macy's Gift Finder. Plus, our Father's Day sale is going on now. Enjoy great savings on gifts for every kind of dad. Give love at Macy's.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
Are workplace injuries slowing your company down? Trust Health First Urgent Care for comprehensive occupational medicine services. Our providers are trained to diagnose and treat work-related injuries, getting your employees back to work. We also offer DOT physicals. Our expert team assesses everything from blood pressure to past medical history and even drug screenings. We work directly with employers to keep businesses running and employees safe and healthy on the job. Health First Urgent Care. We are your trusted ally for workplace wellness.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Save for Father's Day and more through Monday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including $50 off a lifetime Tamarack Angler 10-foot kayak. Save more now, only at Bi-Mart.
Walker's Furniture is celebrating comfort for the entire family with big savings on all leather reclining sofas, sectionals, and chairs, or maybe a better night's sleep on Serta and Beauty Rest mattress sets. As we celebrate comfort this week at Walker's.
Give in to your devilish desires. Scorch your taste buds. It's Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo Burger.
I'm short on cash.
It's just $5.99.
Fine.
The Carl's Jr. El Diablo Single, just $5.99.
Be burger. Get burger.
Smoke City for less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a new STEM high school is in the works in the Pasco School District. We've got the details. College Place Public Schools is working to improve mental health services for its students. And Triumph Treatment Services in Yakima breaks ground on the 16-bed expansion of their intensive inpatient facility. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. It is Thursday, June 13th. Let's check in right away this morning on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, I know you've been talking about a cool down coming. When can we expect that to show up?
As we get into the upcoming weekend today, not going to be cooling down. We're going to be warming back up as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures in the 40s this morning, 48 in the Tri-Cities, 49 Connell, 49 in Prosser, 44 degrees in Yakima, and we're dealing with lower 50s, Walla Walla and Dayton at this time. And the winds are going to be light today. However, that's going to change starting tomorrow. Temperatures will be climbing close to 80 degrees by lunchtime, and then temperatures continue to rise from there. Upper 80s for highs today, so about 5 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday afternoon. And then our cool down will really start to begin tomorrow. If you're going to be grilling out tonight, well, the weather will cooperate. It'll just be on the warm side. 87 at 5, 86 at 6 o'clock, and then we drop to 85 degrees at 7. We'll talk more about that Father's Day cool down, and we'll have your travel forecast if you're going to be traveling across the Pacific Northwest this weekend. That's all coming up in about 10 minutes. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. The Pasco School District hosted a groundbreaking to welcome its second STEM high school, Orion High School, on South Salt Lake Street. During the ceremony, the Pasco School District Board of Directors Superintendent Michelle Whitney, Planning Principal and Principal of Orion High School Seth Johnson, contractors, PSD 6th and 7th grade students, and district administrators were on hand for the special moment. Orion High School will have a capacity of around 600 students, which will be selected through a lottery system. PSD says this new school will offer students the opportunity to earn industry certifications and college credits. Staple programs include health sciences, engineering, and advanced manufacturing. The new school pays tribute to Pasco Aviation as well.
We originally were looking for a name for our high school. We had some great recommendations from the community, but the one that really stood out to our community, to the board, was Orion High School, named after the P-3 Orion that has a lot of significance to our region. The old Pasco Naval Station, this was an airplane that was used. It flew in and out of that naval station often, and so the community member that recommended that not only recommended the name Orion, but also the aviator to kind of tie it all together.
The projected opening date for the new school is August 2025. College Place Public Schools is enhancing its mental health services this next school year. The district is adding a full-time licensed mental health therapist along with a second full-time school counselor at Davis Elementary School. The school cited surveys by the Pew Research Center and the National Center for Education Statistics, which indicate that more than 40% of students feel persistently sad or hopeless, with significant numbers considering or attempting suicide. The district says this underscores the need for comprehensive mental health support in schools. There's a shortage of intensive inpatient facilities for people with co-occurring substance use and mental health disorders who often end up on a wait list to get a bed. Triumph Treatment Services is working to change that, breaking ground on an expansion for its Inspirations facility for women. In an exclusive interview, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke with a woman who says that program changed her life.
For years, Chanel Surgeoner says she tried to get clean on her own.
I was homeless. I'd been homeless for a few years. I was in and out of psychosis. I was barely touching base with reality. I was at my all-time low.
After going through 4 other treatment programs, she found Inspirations, a 28-day intensive inpatient program for people with co-occurring substance use and mental health disorders.
I was able to set up everything for when I got out of treatment. I was able to get my mental health under control when I was there. It was just a place for me to kind of reset my brain.
Clinical Director of Substance Use Disorder Services Cassidy Leslie says they tailor their treatment to help each client overcome their own specific barriers to recovery.
We really want to make sure that they are working on what they feel is needed for themselves and their recovery, because every person is an individual and they're not all going to benefit from the exact same treatment.
Surgeoner says for her, the barrier, working on her grief and loss and learning to forgive herself.
I came to the realization while I was at Inspirations that I was an addict, and that was something that was really hard for me to come to terms with, and everything that goes along with that.
But Triumph Treatment Services CEO Jolene Seda says with only 16 beds, Inspirations on average has had a 1 to 3 week wait for services.
The temptation to go back to using is so strong, so we need to meet people and accommodate them when they're ready.
That's why they're expanding the facility, adding communal space and outdoor green space, and moving from 16 to 32 beds in phase 1 and from 32 to 48 beds in phase 2 to help more people on their road to recovery.
People hit rock bottom and then they come into treatment. And our job is, and we help build them back up.
Stone by stone, messages of hope left behind at Inspirations for those clients who come after.
Every addict is capable of getting clean, no matter how far gone that they are or where they're at in their addiction. There's still hope.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Triumph officials say they were able to fund most of phase 1 thanks to $11.75 million from the state, but they're still working to raise money for phase 2. Ahead today, the Memorial Aquatic Park is opening for the season. From 3 to 6 p.m., the pool opens with a special opening day price of $3 per person. And starting tomorrow, the pool will be open from 1 to 5:45. Tonight on Apple Valley News Now, we're on early at 4:30 because of Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. It's the Florida Panthers versus the Edmonton Oilers. Right now, Florida leads the series 2-0. Apple Valley News Now will be back on around 8 o'clock after the game. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're taking an in-depth look at the proposed Horse Heaven Hills Wind Farm project. Our Alyssa Warner speaks to area residents who tell us they're concerned about the project and they're fighting to keep it from coming to fruition.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Legends Casino Hotel is bearing it all. No, not that kind of bear. The winning gone wild kind every Thursday with over $77,000 in Forest Frenzy cash given away in June. Plus a badass 2024 Ford Bronco 4x4 on June 27th. Just use your Legends Rewards card to pile up entries for your share of $77 grand or even a brand new Bronco. Remember, it's not bears gone wild, but winning gone wild at Legends Casino Hotel all summer long.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Free flags, sweet treats, and more. Hi, I'm Stacy Lee with Apple Valley News Now's Great American Flag Giveaway. This Friday, starting at 11, come to Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, where the first 50 guests get a new, full-sized American flag.
At Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, our goal is to guide the community to live their best lives, even and especially through the end of life. Come learn about our programs and pick up an American flag at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Visit us June 14th from 11 to 1 at 1480 Fowler Street, Richland.
This week, Walker's Furniture is celebrating comfort for the entire family by offering big discounts on everything that reclines, like comfortable new sectionals and leather reclining sofas and love seats, or maybe a better night's sleep on a new Serta or Beauty Rest mattress set. Plus, Walker's is offering 5-year special financing, so you can add some comfortable new furniture to your home today and pay for it over time as we celebrate comfort and dads this week at Walker's.
It's the end of the school year graduation sale here at the Auto Lot, and look at this 2016 Ford Explorer Platinum Leather Loaded for only $19.95. Wow, what a deal! Or how about this 2018 Honda Civic with 61,000 miles for only $19.95? It's like new. Or check out the 2020 Cherokee Laredo eSport 4x4 for only $24.95. All season ready. And Chevy lovers, how about this 2020 Malibu LS for only $19.95? Super clean. And how about this 2020 Rogue SL with only 46,000 miles loaded with premium wheels? Don't let this graduation sale pass you by. Visit us at AutoLotNW.com.
Meet Ann Carlson, a Stacy Lee fan.
Stacy is professional, and I like that. I'm in Hermiston. We don't have a local weather station. You know, your station and Stacy seem to cover our area.
First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
I like a long movie.
Oh, you love a 4-hour feature film. You sleep through the first 3.5 hours.
Next live, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from the movie Tuesday.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We've started a special series focusing on the debate over a proposed wind farm in the Horse Heaven Hills of Benton County. This would be one of the biggest green energy projects in the state if approved, but it would come at a cost. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner spoke with a group of Tri-Cities residents who have spent years fighting to block the wind farm proposal.
The Energy Facility Siting and Evaluation Council, or FSEC, made several changes to the wind farm proposal before sending it to the governor earlier this year for final approval. But Thursday, Governor Inslee sent the proposal back, saying FSEC removed too many wind turbine locations from the project. He's suggesting that they consider setting operational conditions instead of outright banning those locations in order to balance protecting wildlife with creating as much electricity as possible. The governor also dismissed concerns about the visual impact of the wind turbines, saying, given the state's clean energy needs and requirements, adopting a zero-tolerance policy to visual impacts is inconsistent with state statutes. Adding, it is clear that turbines will be visible only from a distance, and none of the turbines will loom over anyone's home. He's directed FSEC to spend 3 months taking another look at the proposal and then send it back to him. Alyssa Warner, Apple Valley News Now.
And there are many sides to this argument, and Alyssa Warner does discuss with some of the concerned residents. You can see that story on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, and we'll be exploring more of these arguments through the rest of the month. Scout Clean Energy says their proposal would bring in jobs just to build and maintain the turbines, and they're projecting that it would start a cascade of new development. And again, we'll talk about that next Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we take you inside a crisis workshop with the Franklin County Office of Public Defense as officials work to come up with solutions to funding issues and the challenge of new regulations. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Kick off the Memorial Aquatic Park summer season on June 13th at 3 p.m. with our $3 Schools Out special. The 1 p.m. daily open swim will then begin on June 14th for the rest of the summer. Get your season pass, inquire about swim lessons, or sign up for a swim team today. Join all the special events that Pasco Parks and Recreation has to offer all summer long. You can learn more at PascoParksandRec.com. Get fit, have fun, and do more with Pasco Parks and Rec.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
This week, Walker's Furniture is celebrating comfort for the entire family by offering big discounts on everything that reclines, like comfortable new sectionals and leather reclining sofas and love seats. Or maybe a better night's sleep on a new Serta or Beauty Rest mattress set. Plus, Walker's is offering 5 years special financing, so you can add some comfortable new furniture to your home today and pay for it over time as we celebrate comfort and dads this week at Walker's.
Are workplace injuries slowing your company down? Trust Health First Urgent Care for comprehensive occupational medicine services. Our providers are trained to diagnose and treat work-related injuries, getting your employees back to work. We also offer DOT physicals. Our expert team assesses everything from blood pressure to past medical history and even drug screenings. We work directly with employers to keep businesses running and employees safe and healthy on the job. Health First Urgent Care. We are your trusted ally for workplace wellness.
Hey, I'm Travis Dickinson from Cochinito Taqueria. I'm here today with Yolks Fresh Market to talk to you about my secret chef ingredient, dried chilies. We're going to use guajillo, ancho, and chipotle chilies in this mole manchamanteles. We use these dried chilies all in different combinations to really draw some pretty cool flavors into the dishes we do. The guajillo has this kind of tropical stone fruity punch. The chipotle's obviously got smoke and spice. As a chef, being able to walk through the aisles of Yolks and pick out the things that really call to me, that's an awesome lead into some pretty cool cooking.
Attention all steak lovers. Stop by Famous Dave's for our smoking ribeye and shrimp combo for only $19.99. Juicy ribeye steak, fried shrimp, choice of 2 sides and a cornbread muffin for only $19.99 at Famous Dave's.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Can you believe the official start to summer is only 7 days away? So we're a week away from summer beginning, and that'll begin at 1:51 local time. And it's going to feel like summer today, but after today, it's going to feel more like the end of April, early May, as we head into this upcoming Father's Day weekend. So our temperatures this morning are into the 40s and 50s out there. It's a little bit cooler than where we were at this time yesterday. We're at 48 in Tri-Cities, 52 in Walla Walla. We're at 52 in Dayton, 49 at Hanford, 44 in Yakima, and 49 degrees in Pendleton. Winds are light. They're going to stay light today. High pressure firmly in control of our weather as it slides off to the east a little bit. And in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we are going to have another area of high pressure build in today. So that's going to be responsible for our warm up today. We're going to be a good 5 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. Tomorrow, notice we have a storm system waiting in the wings. Very large dip in the jet stream. This is going to bring unsettled weather to the Pacific Northwest through the weekend. For us, it's going to start to bring us a little bit of a cool down tomorrow and more wind. And then look at this upper level system, keeping that cooler than average air locked into place. So it will be a cool and windy Saturday, and the cooler conditions continue through Father's Day and into early next week. Temperatures today will be a little bit on the warmer side, like I mentioned, mid to upper 80s, 87 in the Tri-Cities, 84 in Walla Walla, 87 in Hermiston, and 85 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, not quite as chilly as what we're dealing with this morning. It'll be milder. We'll see some cloud cover, temperatures dropping into the low and middle 50s to start off your Friday morning. Overnight tonight, a wind advisory has been issued just for the Kittitas Valley. That includes Ellensburg. That's where winds will start to ramp up tonight. We could see gusts high as 40, 50 miles per hour. So if you live in Ellensburg or areas surrounding Ellensburg, it looks like it'll be a windy night tonight. You may be able to hear that wind outside, and it's going to be windy the next few days, area-wide even. So tomorrow, we'll call it breezy. We could see gusts up to 30, and then on Saturday, windy. As the winds increase a little bit more, those wind gusts could get as high as 40 miles per hour. So tomorrow, just a little bit cooler. We drop it down into the upper 70s and lower 80s, 80 in Tri-Cities, 77 in Walla Walla, 79 in Hermiston, and 75 in Pendleton. Here is your travel forecast in case you're traveling for Dad this upcoming weekend. Showers will be possible in Seattle today, but those rain chances really going up during the day on Saturday. Look how cool it's going to be. Lower 60s in Seattle and very unsettled this weekend. Portland, same story. It'll be nice today, nice tomorrow rather, 72, and then those rain and even storm chances going up Saturday and Sunday with highs only in the middle 60s. Spokane, a bit drier tomorrow, lots of clouds, 76, and then we cool it down into the upper 60s, but at least it's looking dry for Father's Day. Your 7-day forecast showing that we cool it down here locally this weekend, middle 70s, lows in the 40s, and then we could see a couple of showers Monday and Tuesday with more clouds around. 85 today in Yakima, 76 tomorrow, and then upper 60s Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, it's going to feel more like late April, early May. 7-day forecast in Walla Walla showing 80s today, but then we can say goodbye to the 80s. 70s tomorrow, upper 60s this weekend. Hermiston 87, 79 tomorrow, and then lower 70s for highs Saturday and Sunday. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. Yesterday, law enforcement, county officials, prosecuting attorneys, and the Office of Public Defense joined state lawmakers for a workshop in Franklin County. It was quite a crowd at the HAPO Center. All of these diverse agencies came together to address a crisis in the Office of Public Defense.
This is not professional. It's not the way I was trained to think as a lawyer.
Franklin County has been raising the alarm for months now about funding problems in the Office of Public Defense. But all Washington counties are bracing for new standards expected to lower the number of cases that public defenders can take.
We have to prioritize and figure out how can we deal with this immediate crisis, how can we focus on making sure any violent offender in our community is going to know that we have room for you at our jails.
You have the constitutional right to legal help when you're charged with a crime. The Office of Public Defense makes sure even people who can't afford a lawyer have a chance to defend themselves. Franklin County says new regulations would have their Office of Public Defense expanding in the next 4 years.
Currently, we have 3 full-time employees in our Office of Public Defense with contractors in addition to that, and fully built out, this would be 79 employees. To fully implement this, it would require more than double the entire basement floor or first floor of our courthouse just to house that many people.
Franklin County officials organized this workshop to try to come up with solutions. At times, opinions differed.
I mean, you're the expert and practitioner in this field, so what are your recommendations if we did move forward?
I just declare an immediate moratorium on the mandatory minimum hiring requirements.
Okay,
Let me compete in the job market to hire lawyers.
And we have to do something that's reasonable as well.
Some of the suggestions: connect with a law school to get more students interested in working in our area, different forms of internship programs, and of course, more money. Alyssa Warner, Apple Valley News Now.
All of this is happening as a federal court issued a ruling about how long people can sit in jail without being assigned a public defender. We told you last week that Benton County had to release a half dozen people in the wake of that ruling. Yesterday, the prosecuting attorney said his office decided to dismiss 9 felony cases so that the Office of Public Defense can focus on what the prosecutor called the most serious offenses.
We had to make a very difficult decision yesterday because I learned that there was not enough capacity for the month of June for defense attorney appointments. We are working on this on a daily and weekly basis and talking about what our capacity is. And I say that realizing that these new standards have not even come into effect yet.
The county prosecutor says his office will take another look at these cases as soon as there are public defenders available. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, skin cancer under age 40. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. Kevin Jonas may be the oldest of the Jonas brothers, but he's only 36, which made this video posted to his Instagram resonate with fans.
So today, I am getting a basal cell carcinoma removed from my head.
Basal cell carcinoma is the most common skin cancer in the world. An estimated 3.6 million Americans are diagnosed every year.
Basal cell cancers can often just look like a simple pimple that's just not going away. Sometimes they can even look like a scar or a little rough patch.
Make sure to get those moles checked, people.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert guidance you need for preventing, identifying, and treating skin cancer. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. We begin with a new fire burning near the north end of Highway 240. This is in the National Wildlife Refuge known as the Hanford Reach Monument. The fire was reported around 11:30 yesterday morning, and our crews witnessed several planes and a helicopter dumping water on that fire. As of the last update from the National Interagency Fire Center, the fire has burned more than 570 acres and is 50% contained. A follow-up now on the fire that started Monday in Benton City. Benton County Fire District No. 2's chief says crews monitored the area to ensure no hotspots flared back up. He adds there were no injuries or fatalities, but some properties were lost due to the fire. The cause of the fire is still under investigation by the Benton County Sheriff's Office. The Pasco School District hosted a groundbreaking to welcome its second STEM high school, Orion High School, on South Salt Lake Street. Orion High School will have a capacity of around 600 students, which will be selected through a lottery system. PSD says this new school will offer students the opportunity to earn industry certifications and college credits. Staple programs include health sciences, engineering, and advanced manufacturing. The projected opening date for the new school is August 2025. Triumph Treatment Services celebrated breaking ground on a large expansion for Inspirations, an intensive inpatient facility for people with co-occurring substance use and mental health disorders. The facility opened in 2014 with 16 beds available for 28-day stays. But with long wait times at facilities across the state, Triumph found it needed more space. The first phase of the project is expected to double the number of beds to 32 by the end of 2025, and the second phase will make a total of 48 beds. The goal, to lessen waiting times for patients. The University of Washington president announced that she is stepping down as of June next year from her leadership role. This is her second 5-year term, and it's been the plan for several years as she plans to return to her faculty position. In 2015, she became the first woman, the first Latina, and the first openly gay person to serve as president for UW. College Place Public Schools is enhancing its mental health services next school year. The district is adding a full-time licensed mental health therapist along with a second full-time school counselor at Davis Elementary School. The school cited surveys by the Pew Research Center and the National Center for Education Statistics, which indicate that more than 40% of students feel persistently sad or hopeless, with significant numbers considering or attempting suicide. Right now, Washington's Energy Facility Site Evaluation Council, or FSEC, is taking a second look at a proposal to build a wind farm in Benton County's Horse Heaven Hills. That review is at the governor's request. This project was first proposed years ago, and this spring FSEC recommended that the governor sign off on a smaller version of the project to address concerns about wildlife habitat, tribal heritage sites, and impact on the Tri-Cities. The governor has recommended that FSEC find a way to approve this site as originally proposed. A furry situation outside a Walmart in Yakima this week. Yakima police officers were called out after an unwanted guest was found near the West Valley Walmart. This happened Monday night. Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife tranquilized the bear, and he's being taken to what YPD calls a more suitable location. Officers and Fish and Wildlife worked together to make sure it was a safe and humane arrest. And ahead today, the Memorial Aquatic Park is opening for the season. From 3 to 6 p.m., the pool opens with a special opening day price of $3 per person. Starting tomorrow, the pool will be open from 1 to 5:45. Let's check in now with Tiffany for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning.
And today is looking like a great pool day because we are going to be warming things up this afternoon. A little bit on the cooler side this morning. We still have plenty of 40s out there. 48 in the Tri-Cities, 52 in Walla Walla, 44 in Yakima, and 51 in Toppenish. Winds are light. Winds will stay rather light today, and highs will climb into the upper 80s again. So we'll put it at about 5 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday afternoon with a light northerly breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, temperatures drop a good bit. 80 degrees, more clouds. It will be cooler. It will be breezy tomorrow, and we'll keep it windy into Saturday as temperatures continue to fall. 74 Saturday and Sunday, lows in the 40s. It's going to feel much cooler, especially after the warm weather we've been seeing. Monday and Tuesday, can't rule out a shower or two, but we will notice more clouds. Yakima 85 today, 76 tomorrow, and then how about upper 60s for Father's Day weekend? Wow. 84 in Walla Walla today, 77 tomorrow, 69 on Saturday. Wind picks up tomorrow and increases even more Saturday. Hermiston, we're dropping into the lower 70s with lows in the 40s Saturday and Sunday. Joe?
Thank you for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Your local news is back at 4:30.